Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 of the Haralson belt bag sew along. My name is Michelle and I will be leading this sew along. Sorry for the late start. My husband's away this week and so I had to put the kids to bed by myself, and of course because I needed them to be asleep by a certain time they didn't want to do that. So anyways, they're in bed now. So this week we have already cut out all of our pieces. We're going to fuse our interfacing and we're going to start sewing the back part of the bag. I hope to get that done tonight, and then we'll move on to the next steps for the next week. Most likely it's going to go 4 weeks. It might go 5 weeks. We'll see. We'll see how fast we sew. I like to keep these sessions at half an hour, and so we'll see how much we can get done in a half hour. So the first thing I want to do is fuse my interfacing pieces to both my lining and my exterior pieces. If you are using oilskin, you do not need to put interfacing on the oilskin. The oilskin is stiff enough that it doesn't need the interfacing, and also it would wreck the finish of the oilskin if you're using if you fuse if you fuse interfacing to it. The heat, oilskin should not have any heat applied to it. It should not see an iron at all. So do not apply interfacing to your oilskin. You do not need it. And if you're using canvas, you definitely need to have the interfacing. Now, in the instructions for the Haralson bag, the designer Anna Graham suggests that you don't need to interface any pieces, the lining or the exterior, when you're using oilskin. I disagree with that. I think if you want a more structured bag, it's still good to go ahead and interface your lining pieces. So I would definitely do that if I was making an oilskin bag. The kits that we put together, if it had oilskin in it, we still provided interfacing for the lining because I just feel it just makes a nicer bag. Fabrications actually just released a bunch of kits today. We released 5 different kits, and there's 4 of each kits, and once those kits are sold, they're most likely gone. So if you're still looking to buy a kit, they are all on the website now. Or if you already have your materials but you want to make a second bag, those kits are available. So the kits have absolutely everything that you need to make the bag. The only thing you need to buy other than the kit is the pattern. And of course, if you are following along with me sewing along tonight, you do need to buy the pattern for this bag. I don't provide any pattern pieces because Anna Graham has gone to a lot of work and trouble to make these patterns, and she deserves to have them bought. And not copied. So you do need to buy the pattern, and yeah, so that's a little segue from interfacing there. So first thing to do is we need to put our interfacing on our exterior pieces and our lining pieces, or just our lining pieces depending on how you're doing your bag. And if you're making a cork flap, definitely don't interface that cork. It is super strong or like structured. You don't need to interface the cork, so you don't need to do that. And yeah, so I'm just gonna move the camera if I can so you can see my ironing board. Get it down here. So you're just gonna see my lovely wood green paneling and my ironing board. Okay, so I've got my first few little pieces. I know you can't really see a huge amount there, but how I like to put my interfacing on is I give them a little press with my iron first, and then I put the interfacing on glue side down, and of course you're always interfacing to the wrong side. I like to give them a little press first just to make sure that they're nice and flat, but also I find if that fabric is warm from the iron, the interfacing tends to stick to it a little bit, and it doesn't shift around as much. You can really get it in the right spot. So yeah, I'm just going to put all the interfacing on. These are the little strap connectors that go on the side of the bag. I just give them a nice little press. Make sure that glue has adhered. I'm going to set those aside. Now, what she does have you do in the instructions is cut one of them with the full size of the pattern piece, and then one that has been cut to the dotted line, so it's about a 1/2 inch smaller, which is the seam allowance. So what you do when you have two pieces like that, so this is the main, or the, oh my God, sorry, my daughter just walked in. I'm gonna have to pause for a minute and come back.